So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. Now, the purpose of this lecture series is twofold. One, we want you to revise your current affairs. So, if you have read that day's newspaper or you have followed our Daily News and Shorts YouTube video, then you would have covered that day's current affairs. But you need to revise them as well. So, this lecture series would precisely in doing that. Then the next more important purpose of this lecture series is that you get the much needed MCQ practice. Because MCQ practice is instrumental in clearing your prelims examination for any civil services examination, especially UPSC. Alright? So, to help you guys in clearing your prelims examination and to help you guys cover your current affairs portion for your prelims examination, we have come up with this series. This series would cover only MCQs from current affairs. Now, it won't take much of your time. It would take only 10 minutes on a daily basis, but these 10 minutes would add up and would amount to 1200 MCQs in 1 year. So it might look like you're covering only 4 to 5 MCQs in one day, but this would add up to 1200 MCQs. These little habits actually add up and cover most of your syllabus. Okay, so make this a daily habit of yours, because by the time you're ready for your prelims examination next year, you would have covered 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. Now that's a lot, okay, for current affairs. And other MCQs you're going to be practicing for example, for polity, economy, geography, history, you will be practicing that. But I'm just talking about current affairs. So make this a daily habit of yours because it would serve you a long way. All right? Okay, enough of the introduction and let's straight away jump to question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding farmer-producer organizations, FPOs. It is a collective legal entity of farmers which can be registered under Companies Act only. In 2020, central government launched a centrally sponsored scheme to establish 10,000 FPOs by March 2024. The biggest economic advantage of FPOs is that it allows farmers to leverage economy of scale. How many of the above statements are correct? Now look, farmer-producer organization is a collective entity under which farmers unite. Small farmers, big farmers, they all unite to collectively grow a particular crop, collectively sell a particular crop, collectively distribute the profits that they have earned. Okay, so it is a process through which farmers collectivize. Okay, now the main purpose of this organization or the main purpose of forming this organization is that small and marginal farmers are actually at a disadvantage. You see, big farmers are more productive than small farmers, and that's because of economy of scale. Economy of scale is a concept in economics which says that as soon as your production level increases, so if you become a big producer, your productivity increases, your average cost comes down and your profit increases. But small and marginal farmers are small. They do not get the benefit of economy of scale because they are small. Their profit is less, their productivity is less, their profits are less. So FPO is a way through which these farmers come together, pool their resources. Okay, their productivity increases, their profits increase because of economy of scale. So the biggest advantage of FPOs is that farmers are able to benefit from economy of scale. Now, it is a legal organization. So when farmers come together, they form a legal entity. And that legal entity can either be registered under Companies Act or it can be registered as a cooperative FPO. So it can be registered as under the Cooperative Society Act. So it can either be registered under Companies Act or can be registered under Cooperative Society Acts of different states. Okay, so it is not just, you cannot only register it under Companies Act, you have the advantage or the facility of registering it under Cooperative Societies Act also. So the only word over here is problematic. Now in 2020, realizing that the FPOs will benefit farmers, central government launched a central sector scheme. Not sponsored, central sector scheme to establish 10,000 FPOs by March 2024. So government decided that they will form 10,000 FPOs by March 2024 and that scheme was central sector scheme. See, under centrally sponsored scheme, the burden of finance lies on both central and state governments. But under central sector scheme, the entire funding is done by central government. Okay, so it was a central sector scheme, not sponsored. Okay, so only one statement is correct, statement number 3, and the answer is A. Question 2. Which of the following statements regarding Bio E3 policy are correct? The policy is aligned with India's net zero emissions by 2070 and mission life, lifestyle for environment. The policy aims at establishing biomanufacturing units across the country. Now, what is Bio E3 policy? The full form of Bio E3 policy is biotechnology for economy, environment, and employment. Hence E3. So basically, this is a policy under which we'll use biotechnology to form biomanufacturing units. It will boost economy, it will generate employment, and these biomanufacturing units would actually aid in sustainable development. So it will benefit the environment as well. Now, this policy is aligned with India's net zero carbon emission target of 2070. Plus, it is also aligned with mission life, lifestyle for environment. It would aid in helping people to change their lifestyle so that their lifestyle becomes sustainable. So this is also correct. This is also correct. Both statements are correct. All right. Question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding military exercise Tarang Shakti. It is an air exercise being conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 in Ladakh, Phase 2 in Kerala. It is the largest international air exercise ever conducted in India with invitations to 51 nations. Aim of this exercise is to strengthen strategic relations with our friends from the international community. Now, which of the above statements are correct? Now, recently, government has conducted an air exercise, multilateral air exercise called Tarang Shakti. Under this, different countries would send their air force to practice or to conduct a military exercise. It is being conducted in India. Now, it is being conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 was in Tamil Nadu, and Phase 2 was in Rajasthan, Jodhpur, Rajasthan. So it's not Ladakh and Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Rajasthan. So this is false. Now, it is the largest international air exercise ever conducted in India. So it would be a big achievement for India. India is conducting the largest ever air exercise on its territory. Okay, India has sent invitations to 51 nations to participate in this exercise, and many nations have accepted that invitation as well. Okay, the main aim is so that air forces of these different countries cooperate, and these 51 countries are India's friends in the international community. Okay, so this is also correct. Answer is B, 2 and 3 only. And last, consider the following statements regarding Brunei Darul Islam. Okay, because Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently visited Brunei Darul Islam. So let's talk about Brunei. Brunei only shares its land border with Indonesia. The diplomatic relations between India and Brunei were established in 1984. It is the only absolute monarchy among ASEAN countries. Okay. Now, Brunei is a country. Officially, it is called Brunei Darul Islam. That means the land of Islam. Okay. Brunei shares its land border with Malaysia only, not Indonesia, only Malaysia. Okay. Now, Brunei has only one land border, and that is with Malaysia. The other area of Brunei is a coastline that opens into South China Sea. So it has South China Sea on its north, and on all the other sides, it is surrounded by Malaysia. So this is wrong. Now, Brunei became an independent country in 1984. It separated from Malaysia, and in 1984 itself, diplomatic relations between India and Brunei were established. Okay, so this year marks the 40th anniversary of India's diplomatic relations with Brunei. This is correct. Now, Brunei is an absolute monarchy. So look, there are some countries which are constitutional monarchies. What are constitutional monarchies? That the king in that country is only a titular head. For example, UK. Queen or King Charles is only the king in name only. I mean, he's the head of the state in name only. The power actually lies with the prime minister. So those countries are called constitutional monarchies. Okay. Now, ASEAN countries have other constitutional monarchies as well. Brunei is not just constitutional monarchy, it's an absolute monarchy. That means the Sultan of Brunei is not just the head of the state, he's the head of the government also. He has all the powers. Okay, there is no democracy in Brunei. All right. So yes, it is the only absolute monarchy. Though ASEAN countries have constitutional monarchies, like Thailand has one, Cambodia has one, but Brunei is the absolute monarchy. So 2 and 3. Correct answer is B. And with that, we conclude today's current affairs through MCQs. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it added value to your preparation. It would add more value if you're consistent and regular with this lecture series. Make sure that you guys achieve the target of 1200 MCQs by the end of next year, or not by the end of next year, by the time you're ready for your next year's prelims examination. All right. So you will achieve this target only if you follow this lecture series regularly, consistently, make it a daily habit of yours. All right. On that note, I'll be signing off, and I'll see you next time with the discussion on 4 to 5 MCQs from the current affairs of 5th of September. All right. Thank you, everyone.